streaming. That's the proper one. And we're live. We've been live for 4 seconds. Oh, good. I wonder what it caught me first saying. Mutant Epoch. If I go in here and I actually edit this properly, episode 13. We have a few people who are either going to be late or miss the session entirely. That's fine. Drop in, drop out. Come in as you can. Let's go to F11, make that full screen. So you guys just spent your entire day up in Pitford, having a grand old time, buying up a bunch of stuff, getting cyberized, and generally not causing too much chaos, keeping it pretty calm.
So far.
Yeah, so far. You do have that group of kids who are following around, I think it was Lind, yeah. I just listened to the episode today too. And so they're chasing Lind around, like, yeah, let's go do some stuff. It's gonna be fun. So you got a group of hooligans, but we'll leave that for when Roko gets over here. Now, Ned, you got some cybernetics done over at Sister Beth's, I think, right?
Correct. Yeah, the oh gosh, what the hell are they called?
You were getting the optical implant, right? The optical concealment implant? Yeah, so that's
optical concealment, that's it.
Okay, so that's a pretty good one. Did you have the power supply to put that into? Because the power, they actually, no, the freaking, you took it out of the thing you killed.
Yep.
Okay. And
so brought the whole body for him.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you brought the whole thing. They're like, yeah.
So I didn't want to leave anything behind, so we brought the whole body for you to make sure you got all the parts.
They're like, oh, gee, thanks. Okay.
You're welcome.
This makes it much easier. I mean, it probably does make it a lot easier.
Try to be considerate, you know?
Yeah. I mean, if I was sitting there, a surgeon, having to take something apart, and you brought in, like, the whole thing, I'm like, you know what? This actually helps.
Yeah.
There's no questions about if anything's missing. So if I got this right, that's one night. God, you know, I said something at some point in time when that fight between, like, Roko was supposed to go down, and I don't remember that is, so that'll probably be one of those things. I'm like, no, I meant like the next Friday. It's fine, don't worry about it.
Right.
It happens when you show up, just like in every video game. There's like not a real timer unless it's like Majora's Mask, and there kind of is one. Oh, all right. So 18th of May. You got some heavy wind outside. You can hear the panels on the outside of the Pitford rattling. The roof tiles are coming up at different points. It's a lot of like plastics and corrugated steel up there. You can just hear constant rattling noises. You can hear the wind passing through old air ducts, cheap power capture fans that are set up to alternators that are whirring away, and some of them are locking out because the wind speed is just a little too high. It is pretty brutal out there. When you're going out to the Badlands, the wind, when it picks up all of that dust, especially a lot of the concrete debris coming up out of the old Los Angeles, and it puts up just a radioactive smog cloud, and making the whole exterior pretty deadly. Now, it doesn't mean that you can't go out there, and Smokey's setting himself up to go out because he thinks this is the best time to do it, because that sniper's visibility is going to be shit. So he's already got a messenger coming over to the Dust Devil Saloon where you guys were posted up for the day, and he's like, all right, we're ready to go.
Okay.
Sounds good then.
Yeah.
I just canceled myself out of the game.
What?
This is why we can't have nice things.
I know, right? I tried to click something. I clicked the back bar. My mouse has 3 buttons instead of 1. Or sorry, my middle mouse key. So if you press it to the left a little bit or to the right a little bit, it, for whatever reason, its default key set to forward and back on web pages.
Cute.
Yeah, no, it's I rarely ever hit that. It's just funny that whatever. Okay, so Smokey's boys want to head out. They've got rags up on their faces. Some of them got old goggles set up. They're rearing to go. How do you guys feel about it?
Ned's ready to go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Walk it out in the open.
I mean, No time like the present for Django. And if he ain't riding his horse out there, then it's fine.
All right. So visibility is going to be poor. You only got about 100 meters of it before it just turns into just nothing. You can't see past that point. So when you get outside and they push the gates open out of overpass, all you hear is the roar of the wind going across the scrublands. And thankfully, just over the top of the horizon line, you can still see the outline of old Los Angeles in the distance, where the dust hasn't kicked up into the upper atmosphere yet. Some of those skyscrapers go 3 kilometers up. They're monstrosities. And you're heading towards the shadow of the city with a gang of Skullock, or half Skullocks in tow. They are themselves bringing several massive horses and a lot of equipment, welding equipment, like spare parts, just all things they're going to need, or at least they think they need, in order to get that vehicle up and running, or at least mobile enough in neutral so they can pull it out. And they're all armed pretty well too. Mostly just not a lot of relic weapons amongst the group of them, a lot of muskets, but they all carry a spear and a machete, and close at hand too. So for you guys, if you have something that can filter out the air, you don't need to take a check. But if you're just using a rag, it's a type A endurance check against the radiation. So let's get rolls.
I don't need to make a check.
Yeah, because you got a concealed gas. You have a full covered gas mask.
Right.
I'm gonna have to do the type A then.
Yay, radiation.
Yeah, more radiation. Django,
Oh, this character
100.
doesn't have any radiation because my old character's dead.
Django loses his next character to radiation.
Yeah. If it happens, it happens. What are you gonna do about it? You're not gonna like the next one. Let's see, type A. Let's check.
So I'm pretty sure Colonel's fine.
Nice.
Yep, Django good.
Django good. And Nurse. Nurse is also fine with his 147 endurance.
So I was gonna say, poor Colonel and I can't exactly wear gas masks.
Nurse just goes over and just like licks the walls. Like, yeah, this does nothing to me.
Smells good, bitches.
Nothing spicier than uranium.
Yeah, spicy uranium.
Maybe we can just put feed bags over our beef.
Yes, you could put feed bags. Remember, talk closer to your mic too. I barely heard that.
Oh, sorry.
That's all right. All right, I'm gonna grab up these characters and I'm gonna wrangle you over to the world map. Actually, no, sorry. I'm gonna wrangle you over to the tactical map because we're not gonna use the we're not gonna use my prepared city map with us because there's a little too much distance to be able to simulate it. So I sat there trying to figure it out, and I'm like, it's just the distances are too long. All right, and bring characters over to tactical. So remember, be liberal with the markers, kind of like mark down where you think things are, where you want to go. And I am going to give you all control over these tokens for the rangefinders.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that rangefinder. Keep it next to Django so I can keep tabs.
So if we were in a marching order, who's going to be scouting ahead in order to make sure that they don't run into any traps, or can kind of ensure that there's nothing ambush in wait, kind of check corners, things like that? Who's my team for that?
Sorry, are we out in the open or?
Yeah, you're going to be going over from the scrublands into the city itself.
What would be most?
Storm going on? Colonel would probably do that, but
I was going to ask what makes a person better for that thing besides
Perception.
just perception.
Perception, yeah, is the best one. That's just being able to see the hazard.
So
Initiative is also good too, just a high initiative score, because then you can react to something.
got it.
I guess that's me then.
Yeah, it sounds like you, Mr.
Alright.
Ungodly Initiative.
He's an ungodly initiative with his pistols, which have a limited range.
oh, yeah, I feel like
Still.
I'm 6, don't you?
+7 total
Holy shit.
for quick drawing.
Yeah, I think he only gets a +3 from the pistols themselves, so he's still pretty high.
Yeah, it's either a +3 or a +4. One of them is +3, one of them's +4. I don't remember which. Either the pistol or the perception.
What's your perception
Sure.
score?
110.
Then
Holy shit.
that's the +4, I believe.
Holy shit!
What? Beat me by 3.
Ah,
I guess Django's taking point.
guess so.
His hollow, sunken eyes.
Well,
Right.
then
Look like
the
he has
radiation
eyes.
won't make him look much worse.
Nah. What a two in appearance.
So, nice thing is you don't really have to be incredibly stealthy in order to move through this area because of the wind pushing through all of the tall buildings. It's just making a constant hissing, rattling noise that overwhelms the senses. You have to stay close enough to one another in order to use hand signals, because voices after 20 meters are just inaudible. It's just gobbledygook. Now, Django, as you come across an area, you notice that you're in a intersection. The road looks pretty badly damaged. You can see some holes in the center of it, though you have rubble on either side of you, and this is the only path that leads towards that dune crawler, according to one of the Skullox who had last been there. Now, this spot just gives you the heebie-jeebies. You have an open area of about 50 meters you got to cross. It's been cleared of any large rubble, and all of the craters just look really dark. Like, from the distance that you're at right now, the kind of limited sunlight you have, you're in the shadow of one of the larger buildings. You really can't make out any distinctions of the holes themselves. Something could be hiding in one of them. It could be an actual hole down to a lower section. It's just, where you are, it's very hard to make out what it could be. Now, you can obviously get closer to it and investigate it if you want to get out into the open, but again, it'll leave you exposed. How do you want to
About how
approach
far is the closest one to me?
it? 20 meters in. So about halfway.
I think I could probably throw a rock that far.
Yeah, I'd say so. Small stone.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a slightly, not like a super small one, but something about, tennis ball sized.
Yeah. Something
And
that
huck
you
it.
could watch it. All right, so you toss
Yeah.
the stone, it rolls into the hole and disappears. So that answers your first question. The hole is deep.
All right.
So now you know it's not just some little crater or like a pothole. It's a hole. There's a void under there.
You said there were two of them.
There's a few of them. There's a few of them that are large, worth a note. There's a bunch of small ones, which could have just been cracks in the road. But now, as you're looking at them, you can probably guess that this might be an emerging sinkhole. Now, you've got about an hour's travel if you've got to backtrack if you want to try to get around this, which means you're going to have to trailblaze a new way to get to this dune crawler, which you're going to have that problem anyways getting it out, because you're not going to be able to come this way if there is indeed a sinkhole here. It really just depends on how deep it is.
All right, I'm gonna trot back to the main group and especially the Skullox, and let them know, like, the general gist of what we're looking at over here.
So they tear over a couple. They have some plastic sealed up maps, and they're looking across them, trying to discover like another route. It takes them just a few seconds to determine a different direction that they could take, though it's not one that they've scouted recently, so they're not too sure of it. They feel like there might be another. If we could get across this point, it'll be easier to backtrack it instead of trying to go around and try to find it again. Watch out, Beans. You got some clapping, something or other going on your side?
Is
What is
that
that?
me?
Or was that Nurse?
I think that was Thud.
Was the?
That was me. I got a cat.
Oh, okay.
Is demanding pats.
Gotcha.
Yeah, if anything weird coming through on my end, just let me know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, so I just heard like
mute.
thudding against the
Yeah, I've
microphone.
got
a lot.
everybody's monitor up.
All right, sweet.
I'm glad you thought it was me backing over here, but
Oh yeah, I was like, Beads, stop beating off.
I'm gonna go ahead and pull out a small sheet of paper, and I'm gonna like hastily draw out the intersection and mark where all of the holes were,
All right.
so that I can give it to the Skullocks, giving them, a clear-cut arrow of which way we're coming from, so that they can at least know which ones are large enough that most likely are part of the sinkhole. Because we're going to try to get past this, we're probably going to just need to blow through as fast as possible.
They all agree to this. Like that seems to be best. They can take it in
Like
take it in
crossing
groups
ice.
of 4, spread out. Not too much weight. Problem is going to be the big horses. They'll have to take them across one or two at a time. They're very heavy.
Yeah, those with the horses, I would say your best bet is to actually like ride them into the dirt for it. Like have them haul ass across.
All right, so they'll try to skirt the edges of the building where the foundation's probably better.
And it's up to you. I could probably just blow open a hole through one of them. I've got enough powder on me. The
No,
structure's weak
no,
enough.
don't make any loud noises like that. It'll pull attention to us.
All right.
Not that much could be heard through this haze, anyways. But the light
I mean-
flash might be seen.
And a building falling might be pretty noticeable.
All right, so trying to go across quick, huh?
Yeah, I think our best bet is a few on foot, whoever we got that are light. So I'll go ahead and go first.
All right, so the way this is going to go down is that depending on how many legs you have, you're going to roll a d6. If you for every leg you have, it is a number on that die. So if you have 2 legs, 1 to 2. If you have a horse with 4 legs, 1 to 4. And you're gonna make that roll. So everyone make that d6 roll as they're going across, starting with Django. Since he's coming up first.
All right, I only got 2 legs last I checked.
It's good.
Yahtzee.
Who wants to follow in behind Django? Colonel. All right, 5 is good.
Imagine we do the concept of like the little happy crow hop across.
Yeah. Jump, jump, jump. You guys are also
like kicking
very
the little
light.
feet and then hopping along too.
Yeah.
Spider. Yeet.
I mean, because of your
Clapus.
flight too, I would like, even if you had hit it, I'd be like, roll it again just to stay above it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Clapus.
Hey, how are you guys?
Do good.
Yeah, doing good. It's all good. We're trying to skirt a potential sinkhole pothole.
Yeah, the spider looks pretty big.
Oh yeah, he's not in there. He's just watching.
Okay.
Don't worry about him.
It's the spider that we fought back in the day. He's watching us, trying to learn our kung fu from hell.
Yeah, I'm gonna get you guys next time. My Kung Fu Revenge of the Spider Babies.
So for Ned, just roll a d6. Is that what I'm getting?
Yeah, roll a d6 on a 1 or 2. Something happens. Fine.
Yeet.
All right, so we've got Nurse.
You friggin' Sonic the Hedgehog across.
Yeah,
that
right.
road.
Doo-doo. Come on,
Roll a
somebody.
d6.
Come on, somebody
Hey.
fail. Clapus, help me out, man.
Oh, yeah, D6,
Give,
hang on.
yeah, give me a 1 or 2.
Oh, hush.
Screw that. Roll high, baby.
Damn it! All right, fine. All that work went
That's
to
my
hell.
boy.
Wait a minute, here's a D6, hang on. I get it. Oh,
88.
There you go. Nah, you're good.
Oh god.
I mean, if it makes you feel any better, now you got to deal with the horses.
Yeah. So one of the Skullocks is going to go across, and as
How much do
He's-
those damn horses weigh?
the Naston, One of the Skullox is the one that falls down the hole after you guys are able to get through it just fine. It was just an eventuality. Takes down one of the horses with him. There is the sounds of screaming down below and whinnying and a lot of movement. Now you can attempt to go down there and save him as the other Skullox are pulling away from the cave-in and trying to stick to the buildings as close as possible. Though it's very dark down there and all you hear is screams.
Throw a rope to the strongest person I can, tie it around my waist. Hold on to this for a sec.
Yeah!
I'm jumping in.
Oh, I love it when someone's a hero.
The worst case scenario, I can fly and peace out. Alright. Gonna dive in close enough to get an eye. As I'm going in, I'm gonna go ahead and huck a torch.
Cool. So the torch tumbles down to the ground, lights up the area in an orange plume. And down below is a horse that's broken one of its legs, and a Skullock who has, or half Skullock, who's got a machete in his hands, and he is fighting back a horde of zombies. All covered in vines and leaves and plants. These are green walkers.
How heavy is that skull?
Not heavy.
Alright, you know what? I'm not even gonna chance it. I'm gonna just snatch him up and start flying up with him.
So we're gonna get some parting blows from a few green walkers on you as you as you snatch that Skullock up. And we're only gonna say like out of D6 of them, I'm gonna roll a D6. I'm gonna roll a D6 and that's how many switch focus to you. So 4 of them switch focus to you. You're focused on this guy and trying to pull him up. Green walkers aren't the greatest when it comes to strike values. We got a 1 to 40. What is Django's
my
defense
DB
value?
is 56 right now. Let me double check.
56. Okay, and that's just
Yeah,
flat
56.
armor. Yeah.
Yep. Flat armor with my. Oh, okay. No, if I'm taking my dodge out of it.
Yeah, you're hanging from a rope.
I mean, around my waist, but yeah. Alright, remove my agility and my dodge skill. That drops me down to. Let's see. 49.
49. All right, so we got 1 in the front, needs a 1 to 5. And 18 was close, but not enough. And the other 3 are all going to be back attacks. They're going to get that plus 30, putting them to 70. So 49, 21. Nothing. They all just bounce off of your armor and trying to grab you and pull you down below with them as they just try to get purchase.
No.
Kicking and pulling and again, it's like a moaning noise. It's just the sounds of timbers stretching and moving, but nothing from their throats. It's a silent, shuffling mass of just the undead.
Well, that answers that question.
Who's pulling you up?
If need be, I can pull us both up. But I mean, if anybody's willing to offer with the rope, otherwise I can just grab him and try to fly.
Yeah, who had the other end of the rope?
I threw
You just said
the strongest.
Was anybody holding that?
Yeah, who's the strongest? That's the thing. You know, I'm thinking we're all looking at each other saying, who's the strongest?
Thud is. It's not even a question.
Yeah, Thud's not even there though.
No, that's true.
Alright,
Not
fuck it. Looks
officially.
like I'm flying.
Thud goes in the penalty box. So a group of Skullocks like dive onto the end of the tail rope, try to grab it and try to hold it secure.
My guess is Nurse is the next strongest.
I guess I would be.
All right, Nurse, give me a type C strength check.
I only have 108 strength.
Yeah, I
so
think
it's
you'll be
not the
fine.
best.
Only Ned has a 99, so you're stronger than Ned.
I have 21.
Whole 21. Wow.
I mean, that
That was
was
a close one.
a bird. We don't get
True.
to roll a D100 for our freaking strength.
All right, so Nurse has been able to haul him back up to the top and get you out of reach of those green walkers. So you're alive. You got him. The horse, unfortunately, with all of its material and supplies, is being torn to pieces by a group of green walkers. There's now a
Quickly
gaping
brought over to the
hole.
others with him.
Now, from the position you were down there in, you could see that the entire bottom side of that of the road has been compromised. It's just a sinkhole now.
Yeah.
Even though the tar is kind of holding up in some spots, it will not take a vehicle going across it. It'll just plummet down into the hole. You're gonna have to find another route out.
I figured if nothing else, if I could get the kid out, maybe Smokey would at least be happy about that much.
Yeah, the half Skullock is very appreciative, very thankful for the rescue.
Yeah.
There's like solid nods. They look him over for injuries, just a couple scrapes and bruises, nothing significant.
Sorry about the horse. I don't know. He ain't been bit. That's a good point. I don't think I know enough about these creatures to not know if they can, infect.
Intelligence type D. Or if anybody has skills in biochemistry, it's just automatic.
Not biochemistry.
What is my hazard on intelligence check D? 67? Yeah, I think I'm good.
Right, so with green walkers, they only inhabit dead flesh.
Okay, so they like a form of plant that just animate a corpse.
Yep. And so they'll once something's no longer moving, they'll populate it with as many seeds as they can. Those will form a colony inside the dead body and then begin to move it around to go find something else to populate.
Well, that's the end of that, I suppose.
Guess that hoss is going to get colonized.
Yeah. Sorry about your gear.
Skullock is like, no, that's fine.
We got enough stuff to be able to potentially do the job without it.
They brought extras just in case that something like that would happen. You always do when you're going into the Great Ruins.
Makes sense. Gonna go ahead and pull out a generalized map for the area, mark down where this was, so that in case they ever get a chance, like either we kill Sniper Ho or what have you, maybe they can get like a wrecking crew out here and try to pull that thing out. I mean, they might be able to pull, get the horse's crap off of it, and then backfill this whole damn thing.
Yeah, safe routes are always super important, so anything that can be done in order to like make a passage safe is a priority.
Besides, they're plants. Bury them. Good for them, right? They like dirt.
I love it.
Let's get the hell out of here. All right, I guess we'll go ahead and proceed on. Any objections?
Nope.
All right.
So the next few intersections are all pretty standard. You come across nothing unique or crazy. It's the storm is keeping the majority of the creatures holed up inside their habitats. Until you come to an area where it's surrounded by very large, largely intact buildings up to their 60th, 50th stories, giving you a break from the wind. This is a open park. There's twisted wire all over the place, old rusted hulks of vehicles in parking lots, and the remains of horribly mutated and rapidly developing plant life. There is several marks on their maps that indicate a lot of the plant life through this area is incredibly dangerous to anyone that gets near it. It's some kind of kudzu vine that is aware of movement and will wrap up somebody and draw them into the larger plant masses if you get too close. They do have a path that is clear of it, and if you have any fire with you, you'll be able to actually keep the plants away. They seem to not like that. And so a lot of the Skullocks are pulling out torches and lighting them up and keeping them low to the ground as they're going to pass through this large open area. Now, there's a couple buildings that populate the park as well that provide interesting vantage points. And with clear lines of sight all around, you kind of get that feeling of something watching you.
I guess I'm going to try to actively perceive and see if I can see if I can luck out and catch the glint off of a scope or something. What kind of has check you want to give me for that?
E.
type E.
Yep.
Let's see.
Sorry for being late,
That's fine.
but I made
There
it.
you go. Good.
Just
We're happy
real
you're
quick,
here.
like quick 3-second rundown. What's going on?
We're already in the Great Ruins. We've avoided our first obstacle, which is a sinkhole, and now it's a very windy day. There's a lot of dust up in the air, and right now they're traversing an area that's surrounded by very large, partially intact buildings. It's an open park that gives one, a reprieve from the dust storm, but also it's kind of like a jungle in this area, and there's a lot of open sight lines, which has gotten everybody a little nervous.
Yeah, I did not
see.
make it. Sucks too. I had a 90% chance of making it.
Well,
I'm gonna
Yeah, no, right.
throw
Yeah,
Lind
type
in,
E.
if that's okay.
Lind? All right.
Yeah.
There he goes.
So
Can't get a clear sight from around here.
got some dust in your eye.
Mm. Either that or some of that weird zombie crap. Mm.
Yeah.
Zombie spores.
you can't be too sure. The windows are a little too shaded. The sun's in a position where it doesn't really give you good, clean line of sights into any of them. Casts them all in the shadow. From your position, you can see an old pumping station, what appears to be a recreational center of some kind, 3 stories tall, with a partially intact domed roof and a courtyard outside of it, probably used for some kind of like athletic game. There's also, what you can see just from your vantage, a large open swimming pool that has long since turned into a pond filled with pond life, lily pads, small birds, and other things moving and swimming about inside of it. Your track's going to keep you, it's going to push you past that point. So, which areas do you want to scout out? And so we can, again, use your free hand, your drawing tools. Think of it like an old 2nd edition dungeon map where you got to kind of fill out the spaces yourself. Grab those drawing tools on the left-hand side. Start kind of like, I'll start you guys off with it too.
Sure.
So, let's say this is the pool.
So there's life in the pool?
Yeah.
Draw lines.
Mm.
Those lines you drew.
Yeah, we're kind of trying to paint
No,
the
it's
scene,
fine.
as it were.
I'm trying to be an idiot. I was in the wrong part of the map, and he's drawn, and I'm like, shit, I don't see. Oh, there you are. I see this is pool, and somebody just drew a penis.
It's like a little weird mutated goldfish. It wasn't me.
I'm joking. You should see how I draw. Wicked bad.
We're in like a park area, you said?
Yeah.
There like any kind of like elevated positions, like a lamppost or some sort of climbing equipment?
Yeah, there's that multi-story rec center.
Okay.
It's got an elevated position, has an intact dome, partially intact domed roof. You have this pool over here, and you have a path between the two of them, and a large open parking lot that you have
Parking lot.
to transverse.
Oh, okay.
Well, visibility is low, but I guess we'll go up there and kind of keep up the watch.
Did you say there's, I'm sorry, I thought I heard like there's some type of station, or is that not here? I miss here.
Yeah, what was it you said?
You have the recreational center here. You have a parking lot. You have some kind of pumping station.
Yeah,
That's what
okay.
it was.
Pumping station. Okay.
Hmm.
All right. Whereabouts is that pumping station? Oh, right there. Okay. Is that a building, or is it like an completely open thing?
It's a building.
All right. Well, okay.
Yeah, I imagine it's technically a lifting station, like for how they run water throughout like cities, or for like septic, like where it pumps the sewage up and then allows it to continue its gradual slope down to another location.
Yeah, a couple stories up so that it can channel up into a larger containment unit, and then use gravity to feed it to another downslope.
I see. Okay.
Hmm. Is there any particular large, or how green are those vines, the ones that try to snatch people up?
The vines themselves are bark covered. If they've got any seasons on them, new growth is green. The leaves themselves are broad and green. They have that look of like Concord grape vines, where they have the trefoil leaf.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out if they would light up if I threw a torch into
Is it
the
trefoil?
into the-
Trefoil.
Trying to figure out if they would light up if I threw a torch into their main, into their main gunk.
Probably not if they're green.
Yeah. One of the Skullocks
Yeah.
shows you that if you go up to the edges of them and you wave the torch, they do back off. They animate rather quickly.
That's why I figure if I throw the torch there, even hopefully, that's why I'm hoping they don't catch fire.
Oh,
So I
they'll
figure
move
if I
away
throw
from
it
it.
in there. They'll start shirking away from it as quickly as possible, which will most likely pull the rest of these vines from us and allow for a larger target to get through.
These vines covering the parking lot, is that what's going on?
Yeah, they cover the whole open area. There's trails that run through it that you just got to keep the torches with you in order to stop them from like coming into your area. They use some kind of tremor sense, and so it behooves them to have open areas where you can transverse so they can snatch you.
I see.
There's some kind of semi-intelligence going on here.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Screw it. I've got a few extra torches.
All right, so Colonel's heading up, flying over to the rec center.
Yep.
All right, so you got to try to go inside one of the broken out windows. You got to try to settle up on the roof. Like, how you want to do this?
I'm gonna kind of check out the windows as he's going up onto the roof.
All right. So it's an old brownstone building made of sandstone. The construction is definitely pre-mega city. It's an old building. It has the weathering marks of having been subjected to acid rain and survived the nuclear holocausts of the later stage war era. The interior is stripped out. It's mostly just naked floors, walls where wet walls where there used to be like plumbing and electrical electrical wires have been long since been excavated. And but it does give you a pretty good sight lines around the whole area of the park itself. You can see that there's from your vantage, you can see all the way to the other side where there's two buildings kind of open up to a larger street where there's some rubble piled up in front of it. That is definitely has the look of like people have transversed it over time. Like there's areas of it where they've been flattened out and widened to allow vehicles to pass through.
Oh, okay.
There is something
like a-
moving in the pool. It's kind of large, 3, maybe 4 meters across is the ripples it's giving off.
Right. That doesn't surprise me at all. The up by the other side where the buildings are, you mean like down to the south?
Yep.
Okay. That's all I see then, yeah. You'll come back down. Stay away from the pool.
All right. Do we have a decent enough path that I guess takes us away from the pool towards the direction we need to go?
Which means you'd have to either go this way.
Yeah, like between the pool and the pump station, or completely around.
Yeah, I see.
I guess we're gonna need a consensus.
Do we want to poke our heads inside the rec center, see if there's anything worth picking through, or?
You said it was stripped out.
Looks pretty picked over.
I vote. You see something there, but I vote we go the furthest path away, or at least over here.
I think he said these were the widest ones over here, like for that vehicles can travel through.
Yeah.
So that might give us the most time to, like, if they start creeping in, to do something.
Yep.
First heading to the alleyway.
All right. It seems like we got a plan of attack if nobody objects.
All right, go around the left side of the rec center.
All right.
Yeah. Give that pool a wide berth.
So, Colonel, when you hop over to the left side of the rec center, you see there is a group of... Well, you're really not sure what they are. Humanoid. They move with a fluid grace. And they are passing through the vines, but none of the vines are interacting with them. They're not touching.
Oh, great.
They stand at about 1.6 meters tall. They are wearing traveler's clothing. One of them appears to be a cyborg. It's got... Let's see here. Let me pull their card.
Anything on him that Rocco wants, we'll kill him.
Yeah, it's got jetpacks on its legs.
Ooh, Rocco, dude. Come on.
I'm Lind. I don't know where Rocco's at.
Well, in that case, jet-powered crow sounds pretty cool.
Jetpack
Flies
crow.
as fast as he can. Then he's like, "Oh no, I'm too tired. I can't catch up. Activate."
I'm so mad I rolled so poorly on the SMG because I was probably going to suicide Colonel into the sniper with the SMG.
Like a boss. Well, Colonel's the only one that sees him.
All right. Yeah. Okay. So he's gonna.
Keep one of my side eyes facing Colonel, so he can give hand signals while we're walking our way over there.
Yeah, definitely gonna throw up some signals. Just doing the Team America panic thing. Like, hey, there's something going on over here.
Yeah, so they're like right over here.
Kiss me, that son of a bitch.
Moving through.
Trust scary.
Yeah, they're moving through all of this stuff without any issues. I like my tree. My bushes.
Beautiful.
Familiar.
It's familiar. I've seen this bush before. Oh god. Alright, so Colonel and Django, you're sharing hand signals. Colonel, like what are you communicating again?
He's gonna like hold up a hand wherever for like weight, and he's gonna kind of like he said how many was 4 or 5 of them?
6.
6. He's just gonna hold up 5. He doesn't have that many fingers, and he's gonna keep his other hand on his crossbow, kind of aimed towards them.
Looks like we might have company around that corner.
Someone who drew the rock, thank you. You're in the spirit of it.
I've been having fun.
I was gonna say, somebody knows how to do an MRE. Remember that, Timmy?
Yes, I do.
Stupid rock or something. I'm like,
Rock or
That's
something.
literally where I got it from, yeah.
all right, Jenga's gonna whip out both of his firearms.
Lind will ready his rifle.
I'm gonna get my axe ready.
Okay, they continue moving on through the kudzu vines without any incident. They're heading towards the rec center.
Yes.
To make things easier, obviously I will have been going towards. Still close enough where we can all see Lind. Or Lind and Colonel, if need be.
Just gonna kind of hang back, rifle pointed forward.
Yep, Harold's staying though. Observing, watching. As birds do.
Do the little head bob thing, watching.
Cocking his head from side to side, but real slow, so it's not obvious.
Yeah, listening for worms.
They're in my brain.
They're in my mind!
Trying to flag Django, but also trying to pie the corner at the same time.
Oh, that's fine. Ideally, I'm like pressed up against that wall.
Gotcha, yeah. So Lynn's trying to just barely lean over. Just trying to peek as well. Fellas, it's just what I feared. It's women.
Oh no.
Hmm.
So the cyborg's the one in front. They are all female. And she is moving with the most ease. Though they're not aware of like anybody being out. They're moving in single file. And just kind of pushing their way through the kudzu. The kudzu just doesn't really care about them.
There anything of note about them? Like any of them carrying any kind of weapons?
They each have the same colored hair. They are all carrying machetes. They one of them has like a long spear. The one in the front, she has appears to be a long gun of some kind, survival rifle. They're keeping
I do
their
have relic knowledge. If it helps, I need to try to identify the type of rifle that is.
take a perception check on them. Type D.
Hell yeah, type D this time.
Yeah.
Low number, no whammy. Type D, got it. If type E was 90, then definitely got that.
They move way too fluidly. So most humanoids, especially their eyes, when they track something, they can't do it in a fluid motion. They have to stop. They go in pulses. And also people, when they freeze, they tend to like manipulate one or two body parts at a time. There's usually not like 3 or 4 body parts moving all in sequence with each other. To like kind of scan and look at an area and crouch and move up. It's just there's too much of a symmetry on it. Like it's going through a Bezier curve, and it's instead of it's a mathematical interpolation of their movements. You've seen this in androids before. It's usually how an android gets outed.
Hell. Might be androids. You said the rest of them only have like machetes or spears?
Yep.
Too pretty. Oh.
What's an android?
A robot-looking human, or a human that's, a human-looking robot.
Not a robot-looking human.
No, that's more like Roko.
I wonder if it's got one of those, like the soft skin cyborg.
Look like it.
So Django, so you have relic knowledge that androids come in 2 flavors: super fucking old or relatively new.
No, if this thing is moving that fluid, it's probably relatively new. Like I'd imagine old enough, like pre-war kind of thing. This thing would have to be a little bit more clunky. Just from the sheer amount of time spent. Unless it was just underground the whole time. I'm gonna be keeping my eye on that long rifle as I'm slowly creeping around the building.
Yeah. So they come
basically aiming for it.
They come to the rec center, and there's a opening in one of the walls, and they enter into the bottom floor.
Yeah, you guys want to skip rec center.
Yep, looks like we're going through then.
Why they wanted to go in there?
Quickly trot around the side to look in.
Lind again, performing Overwatch.
None of them are keeping a guard. Django, use a stealth check, though, if you're trying to get up close enough. Lind, the kudzu vines react to your presence. This wasn't like just an inert patch of them. They sense humanoid, they sense flesh, and they start moving towards you until that heat from the torch is up, and then they're like, oh yeah, no, fuck that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, since I missed it, I was gonna say he probably has one torch at the ready that he will quickly light up.
Yeah, everyone coming through here is gonna need a torch, unless you're
So
flying
they don't
over
have
it.
thermals, and they can't smell anything.
I mean, I don't imagine they have olfactory senses to begin with.
I imagine those torches probably burn pretty stank.
Alright, stuff. Sorry about that. Let's see.
Yeah, that and the vegetation would have screened like all the people on the ground from one another. I don't know if you ever been down in the Virginias or in the Deep South in like a kudzu field before. You don't see nothing.
I take it concealed self or concealed movement for this?
Concealed movement.
Okie dokie. So Tech B.
Is that why people go missing in the national forest? They just get eaten by kudzu.
Yeah, they just disappear inside of it.
Probably amongst other things.
That and the Appalachian Hill folk.
And the Carnivitas.
Boy.
Those aren't real.
Appalachian Hill folk!
There are no wild men.
You hit violins and then you feel your anus
Yeah.
expanding.
Yeah. It's weird. It's as if it's almost presenting, waiting. Yep. I am the knight.
Darkwing Duck. Coming around the corner, you're able to see into the rec center itself. They are talking with each other in short bursts of binary code.
I speak binary.
And so you know that, again, it's too fast for you to understand what it is. You'd have to sit down and
obviously.
translate it. But you do know that they're data information packs. It's conversation.
Oh, it's like the when the freaking bots do the whole blinking light shit.
Yeah.
Hell.
They're talking to each other rapidly. From this distance, you can tell that each of them is the same model, with the exception of the cyborg. She has been altered heavily. She has a couple other surprises probably all over her person. Then the rest of them, they don't have the full mobile dexterity of like a military variant or a or even like the musculature or heavy infrastructure of like an industrial type. These might be.
Looks like they're pleasure models.
No, they're not pleasure models. Their skin isn't. Not you're close enough to see them. The skin is realistic looking, but it's not to the quality of a pleasure model. Maybe a clerical or a servant.
Office worker style.
In the basement, damp, and they're having the same issue.
Let's see. Pick up a rock near my feet.
Keep walking. Oh,
Oh
Like,
no,
tuck in,
Bud's got stuff in the background.
Yeah.
for me.
I'm gonna go ahead and tuck one of my pistols into my armpit while I pick up the rock. And I'm going to throw the rock as far into the rec center past them as possible.
So the rock sails in, strikes, makes a noise. You get alerts. Now they actually do aim in different directions. And they're all looking around for where that might have come from. Now, you need to take a silent action to not be spotted.
Okie dokie. Yep. Good to go.
All right.
All right.
So what do you do with that?
It's mostly this one I'm more annoyed by having. I want to get that one, or a clean shot on that one. Alright, well. Yep, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and move right out here, level both barrels pointing at this one. Hands where I can see them.
Hey, Thud. You there?
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
That is.
Yeah, sorry. You might want to go to push to talk. You got a lot of back noise coming through. I think I might.
Sorry about that.
That's all right. I might have your gain up too high, to be honest.
No problem.
Lind is gonna see it's time to boogie and pick up the torch and shuffle his way over here. Rifle pointed at this one.
All right. So sorry. The one with the green dot one is the one with the cybernetics.
Yeah, that's the one I'm pointing.
Yeah, Django's
Okay.
pointing at her, so
He's gonna take the
Liz
other one.
got this one.
Colonel's coming up the other way.
Yeah.
Through one of
Circle
the
around the
windows.
building.
Yeah. This building's got holes throughout all of the areas. You can just gain access through one. Okay. So there's a center column inside the building that's kind of like holds up the superstructure itself. And they're for the most part up against that. Now you've got yourself dead-eyed on one of them, and they have weapons up, but nobody's shooting yet. Nobody makes a move. One of them speaks like, "I ain't putting my damn hands up. What you got over there, Birdman?"
Right now, I got what looks like your boss in the crosshairs. And unless you want to be picking out pieces of this whore, you best get to talking. What are you doing here?
The cyborg turns around. Well, the android that has more
The
cybernetics.
android.
Yeah, cyborg android. Well, she has alterations. She turns. "We're just moving through. We don't need no trouble. We don't mean no trouble."
You not with the protectors, are you?
Nope,
That's what
not
they're called,
with
right, Timmy?
Yeah, not with no
Yeah.
protectors.
Who are y'all, anyways?
Just travelers on the road. We're just heading south.
I take my hands off the trigger, or my fingers off the trigger.
The
All right.
the cyborg takes her finger off the trigger of the survival rifle, and she begins to slowly lower it.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and holster my laser pistol, but keep the shotgun pistol at my hip. All right. No offense, ladies. Can't take anything, for granted. Not in this hellscape.
She totally understands your reasoning on that. No, can't take any chances whatsoever.
Well, after observing you, I can at least tell why the plants ain't trying to snatch you up.
Speaking of which, since we're all friends, can we move inside? I'm kind of uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lind, go on in.
So it does shock them that there's multiple people that got the jump on them, and they're like looking at each other like, dude, like, damn, we were fucked. Had this gone a different direction.
Ain't no need to make things ugly if we can avoid it. Where y'all from?
That's what I'm wondering.
So as they see the heavily cyberized human Ned step in, there's hesitation.
Did I pick up on that?
Yeah, I mean, you could see it. They were going to talk, and all of a sudden, when Ned walked in, the conversation like died.
Cal 64. I say out loud.
Ned leaves. Oh no.
Like I actually asked the cyberized one. Cal 64.
Runaways.
Don't you worry none. My boys and me ain't got no reason to be fighting you, and we ain't planning on doing no harm. Besides, that ain't our war.
We heard of a place further south where you can get unlimited power.
You talking about Array?
That's what they called it.
Yeah. And it's got a huge field of solar gens.
So it's real then.
It is. You got a map?
They all like, you can see like there's expressions of relief on a lot of these androids' faces as she shakes her head. I have an old world map. It hasn't been
That'll
any
do.
use.
Nah, take it from her. That'll do. I got a general idea of where it is, and I'll use my own map to triangulate it.
Let's get approach Django quick, and while he's doing that, he's just gonna kind of whisper that, "I wish is Array gonna be nice to these walking batteries?"
Yeah, that's a good question. Should I do an int check for that?
I mean, none of you guys none of you are from Array, right?
No, but I have been wondering about. Don't know if I've heard anything.
Well, you don't have to take an in check on it. You just know what you know about Array. You know that Array has a lot of robots. You know that they're inside of the city, and they're combat robots. As far as taking in androids that are walking batteries, you don't really know of that ever coming up. I mean, if they
That's a
want to
good
go
point.
to Array and just knock on the door and say, "Hey, can we come in for free juice?" probably not going to work out. But at the same
if
time,
they're willing to work for it, they might be able to get something.
Exactly, if they're willing to work for it in some way. And
that's a good point, though, Lind.
I mean, last thing I want is these nice eyes them, I guess, demons to, be turned to scrap.
All right, when they're at what they think is the promised land. I get you. All right. Well, I'll mark where it is on their map anyways. I'll also make notations of other settlements between here and there. Basically, I'm gonna transcribe most of my actual map to their old world map. At least between here and Array. All right. Here you go. Now, my friend over here brought up a good point. I'm not 100% sure how Array feels about androids. But I don't think they'd turn you away. They have combots and whatnot that live on the inside. And I doubt they'd give you the juice for free. But I don't see why none of you wouldn't be willing to do some work.
They're more than willing to work. For anyone that can pay and supply energy, they'll work. All they need is just some time with a reclamation unit, some battery time, and if they can get a hold of any spare parts when they start breaking down, their maintenance needs are minimal. Most of their duties are computational. They don't really need to move that much.
How does Overpass feel about androids?
Leave them or take them. There's plenty. There are synthetics in the city, and a lot of times the synthetics keep themselves unknown.
Yeah.
Not because there's any intrinsic to burn all robots at the stake kind of feelings for it. It's just that it can be dangerous when you're walking around as a giant piece of valuable scrap.
Yeah, exactly. I get you. Kidnapping is a common thing. Kidnapping a droid's even more lucrative.
Yeah, especially if nobody can claim ownership on it.
Yeah. All right, then. I'm going to go ahead and write a promissory note utilizing my name and title with the Bounty Hunters associations and stuff.
Oh, yeah. If they're clerical droids,
to the cyborg. Yep. Here you go. At the very least, on your way down there, see if you can swing by Overpass. You might be able to luck out and find components and stuff that you need.
Oh, cool. A letter of introduction with the Bounty Hunters Guild.
At least this way, the rangers at the gate might be okay with you. They normally they ain't got no issue with androids, but I imagine you are all well aware of how much you're worth.
So they gladly take that. Is anybody else gonna also put their name on that, along with their association or rank?
Sancho will.
Yeah. Private first class.
I'm a member of the garrison.
Yeah. Private first class Sancho.
No.
The great Sanchini.
Sancho, aka Great Sanchini.
Hey, I think it's best Rocco doesn't see these girls.
Esquire.
Yeah, right. Rocco's like...
Oh yeah, Sancho couldn't write. Django teach him how to write.
Leave your mark.
There we go.
They're gonna see this non-eligible fucking squiggly line on it, but the garrison's gonna immediately know oh yeah, that's Sancho, okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it tried to write things. Yeah, that's him. Is this Green Crayon? Wait, no, wait. That's a scratch and sniff. Or that's him.
It's he just drew a taco with jumping beans.
That's him.
Sancho's mark.
You a mark, man. 28. Speaking of which, damn, I could go for a taco. I'd like to ask the cyborg, is there anybody in their party who's desperately low on juice?
One of them has another 2 days worth of power. They were hoping to come across. They've been sharing power by linking with each other.
Kind of power you run off a pack, cell,
a battery cell.
Battery cell.
Hey, Tim.
Yeah.
With the micro reactor and my hydraulic walker legs, is it possible to bleed power off that?
Yeah, you can charge them.
I mean, I thought that might be faster than the solar thing that Roko could do.
Yeah, since they're already uplinking with each other, they have the cables to do it.
Okay. You know, even though they don't seem to like Ned, he'll also say that if anybody needs any kind of repairs, he is a competent technician.
Well, there you go. Could probably at least jerry rig you good enough to make it to a raid with no problem.
So one of the
Still
Skullocks comes
recommend
on.
overpass.
We don't have time for this. As nice as this is, I say we let them put them back on the path, and Pops will take care of them if they get over the pit ford. But we need to get to that dune crawler.
Oh, that's right. That's why we're here.
Good point.
How long of a walk is it from here to overpass?
Couple days.
Okay, because they're heading south, then their best bet is probably to go up to Pitford and then try to go back down.
We're still gonna have to kind of move through all this cudger, all this fucking crap, aren't we?
Mm.
Why don't we put them to work and have them cut the path for us? I mean, we're doing them solid. Maybe they can help us out.
I mean, if they're willing to. Do we have any more of that crap between us and our next exit?
There's a lot, yeah. They'd be more than willing to help. Once that suggestion's floated.
If we're really worried about them, we could always send them to Pitford to wait for us to come back, and then we give them charge and repair.
True.
I agree. Probably it should be Ned to do it.
Yeah,
Roko seems a little funny about the Cal folk.
Mm. Mm. And that one normally runs off a power cell, you said, yeah?
Yep. So with Ned being able to top off the charge of the one that's low, they'd be able to make it to Pitford without any problem. One of the half Skullocks, one of Smokey's kids, provides them also with a promissory to get in and like basically hole up with Smokey. He can find uses for a bunch of like tireless androids that don't eat.
All right then. Looks like you got an accord. If we planning on heading back down to Overpass on our way when we get back, probably be okay with to take you with us.
Yeah, the promissory is the only way they're going to be able to get inside Pitford as well, because a group of just androids is immediately going to be thought to be Cal 64 infiltrators.
I assumed. That's why I was more curious, but...
So with that promissory note for Smokey's along from one of his kids, that's going to go a long way to at least let them, either if they can't just camp outside the city, to just not be shot on sight.
All right then. I take it the cyborg one looks different as far as a model by comparison to the others?
She does.
Okay. She might have to be the one to present then.
Yeah, she agrees with that, and she'll make sure that they'll get through, and they'll take the promissory notes and use them. And so you guys part ways without any further incident. After they clear a path for you going up to the next buildings, which they're able to do easily with their machetes and just cut it down. And the kudzu's just left open and wide. They do let you know that the last time they came through here, it's a good thing that you avoided the pool, because there was a large alligator-like creature with crab-like claws that was they saw sunbathing just on the other edge of it. The reason why they've been coming over to the rec center to rest up is because each time they've explored outwards, that big old creature seems to be keeping the majority of things away.
It's not bad then. Might as well leave the local fauna alone.
Beans. Oh, what?
I gotta check this out.
Who's putting? Oh man, I love that someone's putting little crab claws on the fish.
This has been my session for drawing. Yeah, I'm having fun.
I love it.
Who's got a rope? I'm gonna put that thing on a leash.
Hey, when I'm in a physical location, I'm playing D&D like on a map. They have to give me crayons or something to color the map in on. Otherwise, I'm gonna get distracted.
There you go. All right then. Looks like we got a plan of action. Tip my hat, ladies, gents. Let's get on going.
All right.
Lesson, we have any objectives or objections?
Not a one.
Nope.
Let's roll then.
You get to midday, or what you think is midday, because it's so hard to tell from all the sand coming down. So, a large open parking lot for what was probably an old mega mall. Parking lot goes for almost roughly a square mile in all directions, and And there's your dune crawler sitting up on top of a pile of other vehicles just down beneath it. And it does offer a very interesting, isolated, open point with no cover. There are buildings all around you, but they're got some distance on them. Again, about 1.3 kilometers to a mile.
Yeah.
And a lot of tall buildings in all directions coming away from there. But the sandstorm does make it so that visibility doesn't reach to those extents. Whatever's going to be after out here is either going to be after in the mall itself, or it's going to have to be in one of the watchtowers that was like one of the tall old watchtowers that was set up as like a relay point for guards or megaphone speakers and trying to think of the word for an illusion projection. Holographic projection systems used for advertising in the old world. So there's a bunch of those scattered all over the place, but again, not an obscene amount. So we've got our dune crawler in the middle of that green circle, along with a couple of these holographic projection towers that were used in the old days to project all sorts of fantasies, fun little commercial advertisements. They're skinny and narrow. Only one person can fit up on one of them. They're a steel column with usually just a ladder on the outside edge of it, with a holographic projector that's been long since destroyed or gutted or taken off, and usually at the top of them. A little tiny platform where something can kind of set up on. And then a building that's about 1 kilometer away that there's no way in hell, unless somebody can see through all this static, to be able to get a lock on and fire.
I'd lie if I said that building makes me feel good.
Hello, it is I, Roko. I'm here now.
Hey, buddy.
Roko is already naked.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
I shall scout ahead into the Doom Crawler, see if it's safe.
The moment you start to strip down and you activate your optical concealment generator, you notice the first problem. All of those little particles of sand are lighting you up.
Oops.
You're still invisible, but it's creating a silhouette.
Good for something that can see that far into the storm.
Yeah. So you're still hard as hell to actually spot, and at close range and fighting, it's still got to be very difficult to see where you're moving. But if something has really strong pattern recognition software, it's gonna target you. It's gonna see you by that silhouette.
What an odd thing to say.
Yeah.
What an oddly specific thing.
Yeah.
Well, it's the rangefinder. If somebody has that cybernetic, the one that picks up patterns and outlines, that one's gonna spot you. But pretty much anything else, like thermal vision, things of that nature, no, you're still invisible.
Speaking of which, Roko's gonna take a peek out there with his thermals.
All of the towers themselves are picking up a lot of that noonday sun, and they're radiating heat. And so they are all little orange blips on your in your thermal sight. The Doom Crawler itself is dead cold, along with a pile of vehicles that are underneath it. All around you is mostly just neutral temperatures. You don't really see anything dramatic. No different shifts or changes. Now, you know that can be fooled. Just a thin layer of Earth can fool any thermal vision. It's a perfect insulator. We're talking like a centimeter of dirt. And whatever's underneath it is insulated away from thermal vision. A pane of glass will hide someone behind it from thermal vision, because the glass will be the ambient temperature and not project anything that's from behind it.
I guess I'm gonna go ahead and say screw it and try to look around again. See if I can catch the glint off something. Or, excess movement.
Colonel's gonna circle around the Doom Crawler from
Attaboy.
the air if the flying conditions survive.
So flying up high, there's a lot of sheer wind coming back and forth. You're going to have to take a strength check just to be able to keep your wings. So type B for now, just to be able to stabilize yourself and stay airborne.
If he loses them, will we be able to get them back at the end of the session?
Let's glue them back on. I think that's pass. Type B.
What's the check?
Type B strength. We use flying.
Oh, I think
There's a
you're
lot
fine.
of
Yeah,
crosswind.
it's pass.
All right, so you're able to keep flight and stabilize yourself against the wind. It's going to be exhausting though, so you won't be able to stay up there for more than maybe 10-15 minutes at a time before you have to come down and take a breather. From what your position is, you don't see any movement. You see a lot of sand moving around on the parking lots. Each of these towers could be a sniper platform. That's for damn sure. The building off in the distance is just a big old ruin. Looks like something smacked it from the top and caved in most of the roof system. Or sorry, most of the roof. The outside walls are standing though and keeping the structure largely intact. As far as buildings go, it sprawls out for over a mile in weird snaking patterns that just something that was built over several decades. It just kept being added onto.
Any chance to see or to check and see if I can catch any glints, anything like that?
Yeah, you want to take a perception check at it.
Yeah.
Roko's going to be doing the same, by the way. He's not just going to be walking out there blindly.
Type H perception check for this one.
For me? Okay.
Yep. Anyone want to take a perception check to check these ones? Type H.
Oof. All right.
Type E.
Come on, low number, no whammy. And
I don't
type H.
There's too much sand in my eyes.
Yeah, type H.
Bam, got it by 10. 62 is the best I could do, or 62 is what I need to be below.
So upon one of the platforms where the old hollow projector was, there is a structure on the very top of it. It's the shell of maybe where the actual hollow projector would have been kept and housed, along with its energy supply unit and maybe even a solar panel. Though all of those systems have long since been stripped out of it. All that's left is the angle iron and what seems to be some corrugated sheeting that's been secured or bolted down to the old angle iron that's still sitting up there. There's something long and tubular that's hanging just over the edge and pointed towards the dune crawler up on one of these.
If
right
Colonel's
here.
back, I'm gonna gesture to it along with the others, let him know. Something sticking out of that one. Could be the muzzle. Could be
Good to
muzzle
know.
gun.
Thank you.
It's pointing at the dune crawler.
Roko's going to start approaching the Doom Crawler, making sure to keep the Doom Crawler and this pillar between the two of them.
All right, so you go up there with a group of the Skullocks who are starting to pull down tools off of their off of their horses.
What the fuck? I was trying to be stealthy.
Oh, okay. So you're
You
going up by
fucking-
yourself.
No, if it's gonna be uneventful, I don't really need to be naked now, do I?
Okay. They're like, oh wait, he's naked. Let's stay back here. Let him do his naked stuff.
Figured they assume that when the guy turns, fucking into a sand humanoid.
Yeah, right. A little dervish. They're like, maybe we should stay behind. There's some genie stuff going on.
I just assumed they were like, man, I mean, we don't know what you're about. I mean, maybe you get off on that.
That's just how he works.
And while that may not necessarily be wrong, then beside the point.
So moving up into the area, keeping that position between you and the dune crawler. You come up along the edge of it, and you can see that someone's been busy. There's little squares all on the outside edge of it, and none of them have really been well concealed. Very similar to ones you've already seen. You're picking them up from about 10 meters away. They look like the little rectangular bricks of claymores, and they're all facing outboard.
Okay. Alright, Broko's going to pick up a rock and throw it at it.
So the rock sails over, clunks against one of them, and it falls over. Really easily.
I don't remember if Django mentioned that it seems like these things were rigged to be manually set off.
Like,
Oh,
it made
Rocco
a...
remembers. He does remember that. Like he
Oh,
did say it was set off by, I think.
I just couldn't remember if I mentioned it last time.
It made kind of a strange sound too when it hit.
It was strange how.
Hollow?
Like a rock on a rock.
Rocco is going to approach the one he knocked off and poke at it with his foot.
It's a green painted brick.
It's not even an explosive.
No, just a brick.
It's just a brick. Are they? He's gonna look at the rest of them and see if they're all bricks.
The rest of them are all bricks.
Rocco's gonna nod his head and then look for a way. Like, you said it's an APC. Like, what am I looking at here?
Armored personnel carrier. It is kind of like a long trapezoid with tracked wheels on either side of it that are with double tracks on either side of it, a ramp on the back, a armored plas screen in the front with a conical shaped nose that kind of comes down to, like, not conical, more of like a chisel. It has what used to be an old gun mount platform on the top of it that would have used for a light laser cannon, but that's long since been removed. But you can see that in the back, in the front, its maintenance hatch has been opened up, and there's a full motor in there.
Wow. Is the back open? Like the
back is open.
Rocco's gonna enter quickly.
The back is filled with sand and dust.
On that thing.
Yeah, the back is all dust to the inside. You can fit inside it without having to crouch. You could stand up. All the seats have been tore out. There's the flooring is still intact. It's just some kind of again, just a rough like rhino hide metal. All the panels have been opened up. Any kind of goods or materials that were in there have long since been stripped out.
Gotcha. No corpses. No like.
There's skeletal remains of a driver.
Is he wearing a hat?
He is wearing a hat. He's wearing an 8-point hat. He's wearing OD green uniform.
He's just a skull, you said?
Just a skeleton.
Rocco approaches and rips the skull off with the hat still on by keeping the neck as like kind of like a stick to hold on to.
Yeah.
And he's gonna approach the back again, like, and kind of face the skull towards this way and start moving the head up and down rapidly.
There's nothing.
Not rapidly. He's trying to do old movie reference there.
Oh yeah. Trying to pop it up and get something to take a shot at it. Little enemy at the gates.
Mm-hmm.
So the little thing comes up over the edge, kind of waves around for a little bit. No shots forthcoming. Now you do remember that when they talked about her, she never shot to kill first. It was always a warning shots.
He's waiting for a warning shot.
Yeah, nothing's coming yet. There's just a little head just poking above the side, and you think you hear a clicking noise just off to your left or your right.
Oh, what sound?
A clicking noise, like click, click, click. Zzz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
That's only mildly disconcerting.
Rocco's gonna pull the skull back inside at hearing that.
So you just
He's
what
gonna
do you
look
do?
around. He's
Yeah.
gonna look around the inside, see if there's any more bricks inside here.
You see a small black box that's been secured to the top left corner of the inside of the ramp with a little lens on it.
Oh. Rocco approaches that. This has to look quite unsettling since it's just technically a skull floating.
Yeah.
And he's gonna punch that camera.
It shatters. Hear a little whir, whir, poof.
Well, that
Little
fucking
fizzle.
sucks. I see now.
Scrap it for parts.
It's not wrong.
Rogo has a different plan. He's gonna exit the Doom Crawler. Again now, hugging the wall, so the Doom Crawler and this is still between them, and momentarily expose himself and wave his hands to see if the Skullocks notice him.
So if anyone's like paying attention down there, they'll be able to see the silhouette. But I need you to roll a d6, and let's see if you get a 1 or a 2.
Who?
You.
4.
Eat it, Timmy.
So as you come over and you step down, there's a rectangular brick painted like a brick. Looks just like one. Everything about it, it's just there's some white on it for some reason. Looks like plaster. It's
That's not
right
a
by
brick.
your foot.
That one's not a brick.
This is some dirty tricks, is all I'm saying. I
Yeah.
didn't step on it.
Nope. You disturbed it.
Disturbed it. What, are you alive?
Yeah, no, it's like, oh, why? No, you just nudged it a little bit. The debris shifted, and then you saw that there was a little bit of plaster showing.
Roko's getting annoyed. He thinks for a second and nods his head.
This, this booby trap has happened to somebody in Pat and I's battalion when we were in.
Mm-hmm.
So it hasn't gone off yet.
It has not. That's an IED, baby.
There any wires attached to it?
Yeah, can Roko see anything?
There
Like, is
seems
it
to be a
attached to something?
there seems to be 2 wires coming off from the bottom of it, snaking down into the ground.
I see. So it has to complete the connection for it to go off. Well, can Roko see which direction it's going into?
Just straight down into the ground. It disappears underneath the debris. But it couldn't be too deep if it was laid quickly.
All right, Roko will keep that in mind. And
You want to try to disturb it? Maybe lift it up a little bit, determine a direction?
oh, he's not going to touch that thing. He's gonna see if he can clear any of the debris around it, but still while trying to avoid touching it. To see if it exposes any more wires.
One of the wires does lead away from the location,
Which direction?
and I want you to take an agility-based test, type D.
Oh no.
He's doing it.
No, 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 no.
Does that get it? I think so. Oh yeah, he gets it.
Okay. You're able to disturb it. Nothing happens. The wire leads away to the northwest. So let's shift over to the other guy. So you got Colonel up in the air. You're heading for that other tower?
Yeah. He's gonna post up there and kind of keep an eye on the other tarot that Django pointed out.
And then we've got Claffus and Ned and Nurse on the ground still.
Yep.
What are you guys trying to do?
Can we look around and see if, because I see these over to the crawler. Just keep an eye out, see if we see any bad guys coming, or just trying to
Watch the
to,
ground. Yeah.
Yeah, just try to be on guard duty.
Do any of you want to take one of the towers that are closer to you?
Like, can't ping. Maybe I can move to this one. That's a tower.
Yep. Yeah, those squares are towers.
I can climb up.
Holographic towers.
I'll climb up one to see if I see anything.
So when you get up to the top of the tower, you climb up, you kind of survey area. There's a platform here, some angle iron. A lot of this looks like fairly new construction. This was rebuilt out to be a platform. It was done hastily. It was done with self tappers, kind of bolted off of the original structure. You can see like somebody had come in here with an auger, and you can see little bits of like metal shavings still at the top where they had like kind of cored out the original structure and tried to like bolt some new members on here to create like a resting platform. There's a small boxy device on the right hand side of the ladder as you come up to the top. You don't have relic knowledge, right?
No, I do not.
Yeah, so it's got some buttons on it. It's got a small stick coming out of the top of it. It's black with a perforated face. I mean, you've seen walkie-talkies before, and it kind of looks like that.
Okay, is there anybody below the tower I could toss it to without breaking it? Call somebody over and say, hey, look what I found. Maybe there's another one in the other, not that they're powered. I'm sure the batteries are dead, but I didn't know if there's one in the other tower.
So it'd be Nurse or Ned if one of them went with you to go check the tower out.
Yeah, I think Ned's towards the south ones. Nurse is probably the closest to him.
I'll help out. What do you need me for?
See if Ned, do you see another one of these? I wave it at you.
I'll try to climb up and look.
You gonna toss that one down to Nurse?
Yeah, I'll try to do it without it breaking.
So, Ned, as you get to the
Heads
top
up.
of the tower, and you come to a platform, a door that's been locked on the other side. It's made of steel, but it's not heavy. Maybe it came from like some ducting that was cut out and then just kind of like bolted down. You're fairly certain you could bash your way through this.
I bashed my way through it.
Yeah, take your strength check, DC B, or not DC. Have to check B.
I'm not gonna lie, I like the
DCB.
idea of DCB.
DC B.
You fucking Dungeons and Dragons nerd.
Shame me some more. Yeah, Ned, you were able to just bash right through it. The self tappers get ripped out of the floor. You come up to the top, and you're face to face with what appears to be the barrel end of a pipe bomb
Fuck.
that goes off.
Jesus.
Well, double fuck. Good thing I got a lot of endurance.
You also have a lot of
Damn.
armor.
Each of these
And a
little
medic.
towers is its own fun adventure.
Yeah. So what do I get for DV? What do I not get, I guess?
You just get your armor.
So take off the the agility stuff.
Yep.
Does this count as ballistic at all, or is it considered something different?
It's ballistic. It's moving that
Okay,
fast.
So my DV is 90 then.
All right. So this is going to be coming at you at 120, so 90 is 30. 33, just missed.
Oh, so close.
Yep. So your armor takes it, thank God, shreds the shit out of it, but it holds up.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to take a type D strength check just to hold on to the fucking ladder, as this thing just blows up in your face. Yeah, you're able to just you grab on for dear life, you hold it. That boom goes off. You see a cloud come up from that first platform, and then just all fucking hell breaks loose.
Well,
Claffus,
shit.
as you're up top, from the tower you're at, that little radio you're holding in your hand, you hear
Yeah.
a white noise just come screaming out of it. All of a sudden, several things happen at once. So, Colonel, as you're coming around to this tower at the top, that pipe that had been seen before moves off and like on a tracked angle and opens up. It just starts hammering shots downrange. And they're loud and powerful.
The tower he's on or the one he's aiming at?
This one.
Okay.
They're all aiming for the Skullocks down at the other opposite end. And they're just drilling down range. But there's no energy blast coming from them. These are solid shot ammunition.
You can't see anything else, just gun fire.
Yeah, just the muzzle flash, and there's some kind of this is just a metal screen on the top of it where you can't see whoever's firing down below. There's the Skullocks are screaming and running, diving for cover, and
All right, he's gonna charge into that tower then.
Roko's gonna go invisible and fuck right off.
None of the things around you go off or explode. They all stay where they were at.
Nah, he gets it, but he gets this even more.
He's just like, nope. Nope, nope, nope.
Nope, 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 nope.
This black line here is the way I see the wire going, right?
Yeah, that's the wire.
Oh, that was Roko's idea. And as he sees Nurse enter that tower, like, oh god, maybe he'll meet the friend first.
I like how Crossbow changed to charge.
So, Nurse, you were heading up to the top of that tower. You came across another trap door that was at the top. This one.
Yes.
Ken, do you try it?
Slowly and cautiously.
So as you begin to open that up, that's when the explosion kicks off. At that time, there is something up here, humanoid. It's lying down on the ground. It's got something in its hands facing outboard away from you towards the dune crawler. As the door comes up, you hear a jingle, 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 and it rapidly turns around, pulling a sidearm from its hip. So it's your initiative
I'm gonna say
versus
fuck
its.
it. As that's happening, I would like to throw a dagger hopefully at its head.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, yours versus it.
Roll initiative, baby.
I've got shitty initiative though.
It rolled an 8.
I've got a 9.
Baby, eat it.
All right, you're first.
Kick
It's
his ass,
prone.
Lucas.
No. Throw a knife at its head. Fuck.
Ouch. Ouch.
So, got that going for you.
Ooh.
I apparently hit my own fucking hand.
You throw it right down into your own foot. Shit.
Fuck. Fuck.
The shot goes wide. You know, you just hear that ping zing as it just. Or sorry, no, you were using a throwing knife. The knife
the
like
shot of a dagger.
yeah, shot of a dagger. Yeah, the knife goes wide, bangs
Walks
off
into
of
the
a
wall behind
column.
him.
The other one has an auto pistol, and it just dumps a magazine into you at point blank range.
Fuck.
I've got a.
I'm sure he's fine.
I mean, Roko can run a little fast now, and like after that explosion went off, he cloaked up and started following the wire. So
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, getting out of here now.
Oh, nice. You'll be there in time to catch Nurse flopped body.
So what's your defense value right now? Just your helmet.
Just my helmet.
And because of how
1 second.
close this gun is to you, you do have your dodge.
So
What'd you come
your
up with?
helmet, agility, and dodge. Then, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
dodge,
there you go.
dodge.
I apparently never got myself a helmet.
Okay. Just your agility and
Alrighty.
dodge.
My agility. Just dig up on my own quick. I've got no dodge, sadly, so I just have a 12.
Just a 12. All right. So this is an 87 versus your 12.
I mean, not too bad. It's only two
So-
shots coming at you.
Yeah, 62.
Unless it auto crits into my head.
Yeah.
You'll be all right.
Hey,
You don't need it.
Yeah, one's a miss. One goes wide, the other one hits. It's just a d20 damage. 12. 12 damage, strikes you,
Raises the eyebrow or something.
yeah, skins your head, gets your face. Yeah, it's not an aim shot at the head, it's just that's what's available. That's the only available target.
Which would explain why the other one went fucking pear-shaped.
Yeah, blam blam! And that's you and it. Ned got blasted in the face. Claffus, you have this thing screaming in your hands. Roko's storming away. Colonel, you dive down onto this area where this gun is just going boom, boom, boom. And you come down and there's just a gun there with just weird blocky contraption.
No real organics that I could see.
Nothing. Nothing humanoid.
All right, gonna go out on a limb here. He's gonna take his water skin and just like dump it in on top of the turret.
It cools the barrel off. I think you're trying to short it out.
Yeah, I
What a
don't know.
Looney Tune shit.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if there's nobody in there shooting it, something's got to be shooting it, right?
Yeah. So we're assuming you're just trying to disrupt the mechanics. Well, we'll let that, like, yes, Looney Tunes works. Looney Tune logic works. Whatever
At
it is
least you didn't try to stick a dynamite in the barrel.
right.
He would
Put your,
have if he had
put your
it.
finger in there.
There you go.
Yeah. Normally, just pouring water on a military device would do absolutely fuck all. But let's say you caused some kind of short and you did something and it stopped the weapon from firing, jammed it, interrupted the gas feed exchange, and it stops
I love
firing
being a Muppet.
blindly downrange.
You said it was like covered in a cage, right? So probably like no easy way for him to get into the internals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now that
Got his
you've got it,
crossbow.
now you've got it there, you've extinguished it, and as you're looking around, seeing what's here, you feel a slight heat. Did you just delete yourself?
I did.
Preemptively, I see.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I was about to
I
do
coupled
that
it.
to you. Yeah.
Just turned into a fucking turkey. Perfectly
Sorry.
cooked.
Just an
Yeah,
explosion
you
of
were in the
feathers.
Pitford maps last time, all updated,
Yeah,
so I'll
sure.
grab you from there. Oh god, there's like one or two players that something about their keyboard or their setup causes them to delete themselves.
This is why I don't draw on the map.
Oh, did you like Control Z? You tried to delete one of the things you drew? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it. All right. So you feel something warm across your torso,
Great.
and it's expanding and growing in strength, and then all of a sudden a bright flash is coming at you at incredible speeds. You barely have time to react to it.
I think you recognize that flash.
Oh.
He has time to recognize it? I'm jealous.
I mean, I think it's the one that tried to shoot him last time.
Slow motion.
Yeah, you get to see your life flash before your eyes as this thing comes out at you.
Does it end me?
Huh?
Does it end my life?
No, it doesn't end your life. We'll see if it ends your life.
It's not a guaranteed death yet.
So, let's see here. You are covered from the thing, so you're defending from a metal structure, so I think that gives you a DV of 30.
And no armor bonus.
No armor bonus. Unless you have mirrored armor. Or a mirror mutation.
Does not.
Okay. So this is just coming at you at a... Didn't have enough time to aim, so just 102. So what are you at? So 30? Agility
yeah,
too, because you can this is one of those things that moves slower than a bullet. You can see it coming.
Yeah, my DV then is 23.
All right, plus the 30
Plus
from
the 30.
defending. So 53?
Yes.
53. All right. So I got
For being
102.
cover.
Yeah. It's just because you're obscured. So 53. So I need a 55.
Big number no whammy.
Ooh.
Eat it.
It fucking. So this shot goes a little wide as you're able to duck away, and it melts the top of the structure. It just annihilates it.
Which way did that shot come from?
That shot came
I'm
from
guessing this
here,
way.
right at the entrance.
Oh my.
Which entrance?
The way you guys came in from.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Too patient.
So there's that shot goes off. Boom! I'm gonna remove these. We don't need these ladies anymore. Nails the upper structure, and the Skullocks down below are all pointing up like, "Oh shit!" And rain of just chaos comes down from below. So we're gonna go back over to Nurse. Nurse, you've got this other person who's up in the tower with you. It's you versus them. They're trying to get to their feet. It's a new initiative. They got a 6. Ooh,
I got it.
you,
Hey.
you got him.
Nice.
You're in melee.
Oh, I'm in melee?
Yeah,
Perfect.
you're close range. You got like a foot between you.
Well, good thing I have a melee weapon. I'm going to stab them with my saber. Or, actually, no, it's slashing, isn't it? I don't know. But I'm going to attack them with my saber.
All right. They have a defense value of 27.
Okay. Hopefully this hits. Auto hit.
Yeah, that reverses that other roll.
Indeed. Ooh. Welcome to having ungodly strength.
Pretty split that guy in half.
Yeah, Rocco shifts. Runs to-
He can fucking sprint now, so.
He's doing a drift down the hill. 53 damage
Yes.
with the saber. Damn. Okay.
Yes. And that's not even max damage.
Jeez.
Because I rolled a 1 on one of those. Wait, I think that's a. No. But it is almost max damage, though. Because I get 2 d20s plus 2.
Yeah.
And then I get like 16 from strength. So.
Should be
Man,
going
that's
to
a
a shot.
So, just a bit of damage, I guess.
So your weapon comes down on his neck. I rolled the random direction for it, and it bites deep through the armor that he's wearing, but no blood comes out. Your weapon gets lodged inside hydraulic systems and is able to come free, and you see the exposed mechanicals beneath a synth skin layer. As it rises up with no pain response, and has a knife that it pulls up from its hip, and the knife, you hear a high-pitched buzzing noise as the knife vibrates rapidly, and it comes at you.
Oh,
with
it's a vibro knife. Fuck me.
Well, it seems like he's gonna do that himself.
And so your defense
If you turn
value in
around.
melee is quite a bit, right?
Yeah, I'm so gonna try cutting into his neck and take it off.
Yeah. So
next
what's
turn.
your defense value in melee?
Defense value in melee, 30.
30.
This has, okay, what do I take off from melee?
Nothing. You don't take anything off. You get everything.
Okay, cool. So I get my armor, I get my shield, I get my agility bonus. Okay, cool. Yeah, then it is 30.
Okay. So basically, this acts like a laser scalpel, for as far as like just its hit rate, but it does a lot more damage.
So it's got the default +5, and then God knows whatever damage output.
Yeah. So 80. So we have a 1 to 50 chance that
Big number no whammy.
44. The weapon
That's not a
gets
big
in.
number. Why didn't you roll a big number, Timmy? I specifically requested it.
Yeah, no, you
Big
did.
no way.
He gets you in the right lower arm, so in your forearm. D12 plus 12. 16 damage as that weapon just cuts through your armor and bites flesh.
Oh no, 12 damage. Oh no, 16 damage. I'm now down to 15.
A lot.
He all takes one plasma shot.
Then he stab. Then he tries to stab
Wait,
you
no.
again. Hits
Oh, this
again.
motherfucker.
13 damage.
13. Okay. 16 plus.
29 total.
Okay, I can work at that much better.
No, yeah. That one,
I only
doesn't-
have 168 endurance left.
nah, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. That one catches you in
Maybe.
the bicep on the right arm as he comes around and stabs twice at you.
Oh, Roko's endurance is even accurate here. What the fuck?
Need
So,
to update it.
Clafus, you're up in your tower. You got a screaming radio in your hands. What do? You saw that shot go off from a tower 2 towers away from you. You got your long gun?
Yeah, I do have my. Trying to look at the map here to see where the shot would be. 2 towers. Oh, there, the K9. Yeah, I'm going to take a shot at him.
All right, so this is a blind shot. So you have no idea if you're going to hit the. You can't even see a target. It's just putting shots down range. So you need that automatic 1 to 5 hit.
Let's see if this works. Hopefully, I have this coded right, and if not, then maybe sometime between now and next
Yeah,
week.
it's just the hundreds
All right.
for this one. I guess that's a miss. Yeah, we'll have that one-handed. We'll have to figure out what the hell happened. It double adds for some reason. It's weird.
So did I hit with the 21?
No. It's you need it's a 5% chance to hit because you don't even you're shooting
5.
blind at a target.
Okay, I missed.
And so that first shot goes off, but it does suppress them. It's like, oh shit, something's shooting at me. It's gonna keep them down. And you know that she has a long time between shots. So Roko, you're storming, and we got Ned in the other tower that just got blasted in the face.
I move 20 meters if I double move.
Yeah, so you get there in 2 rounds. Just storming downhill. Ned, what are you doing?
Ned wants to leap from the tower he's on to the tower that Kane is on. And the closest thing to rules for that I could find were in the Excavator Monthly Compendium, where it talks about the acrobatic skills and the untrained acrobatic skill, where it says, based on your movement speed and your strength, you go up from 2 meter base horizontal jump.
Yo, fucking, it doesn't matter. It's close enough. Rule of cool. Make it. Strength check.
Okay.
You got hydraulic legs.
Type E. Yeah, you got hydraulic legs. You're cyborg. Jump that shit. Type E strength. Get over there. Cost some mayhem. Damn! There it is.
Yeah, that's
Kick
type
like
a
you're
lot.
dancing to the barge.
Yep. So Ned literally leaping across it Matrix style across this open area in the parking lot, descending down in the opposite control tower, dropping down there. There is a woman who has got a large canister that she's shoving into this monstrosity of a weapon. And when she sees you come down on the like right next to her, she rolls over, pulls her sidearm, and just starts dumping rounds into you. So that'll be your initiative versus hers.
What kind of rounds are they? Ballistic or energy?
These are energy rounds.
Bummer.
I'm guessing this distance isn't accurate.
No, distance is inaccurate.
I was gonna say Roko would be in her fucking home right now,
Yeah, be straight up her butt.
introducing himself to her parents.
It's like 1 meter per square, so just times it by 10 for now. Or no, I guess too much.
She's at least 40 meters away from me, is what I've been told.
Oh.
She got a 9.
Yeah, I only have an 8.
Mm. Laser pistol plus 16, d20 plus 10.
So he's about there.
So what's your defense value right now? It's melee, so you got your dodge too.
Yeah, I got that. So it's a total of negative 79.
79.
You got a mini Roku over here.
It goes that way sometimes.
Hell, I only get a fucking 50 versus ballistics.
Well, she only has a 9% chance to punch your armor.
If it was ballistic, I'd have a DV of 100.
Yeah. Oof, 90. Just to flex off your armor. She's like, oh shit!
Okay.
She is wearing tactical armor. She has a negative 36 defense value.
Okay. I'll put that into my...
I think there's the attack armor.
Yeah. I think you mean my tactical armor.
You mean mine?
Yeah, we'll see who solo kills her. Alright, I am starting
Good luck
off...
killing her without wrecking the armor.
Yeah, well...
That's true, friend. That's true.
I look at that fucking leather.
Most
okay?
of my damage is from my fists, so... I don't know.
Doesn't matter, not unless you're aiming specifically.
That's why I random roll it.
Anyhow,
Just your armor with.
I'm gonna start off with something I haven't used before. Mostly because it's not as accurate as my other stuff. But I am unleashing my folding arm with my razor sword.
Okay.
So what is there? 30? Oh, this is already adjusted. So that's with minus 36 inserted already.
Yeah, so that's a hit then.
Yep.
38 damage.
All right, and then I'll follow that up with a kick.
So her left shoulder.
That also hits.
You kicked her in the buttocks.
Well, she deserved it.
So you got her shoulder, you spun her, and then you kicked her right in the butt. Slammed her against the wall that she had constructed.
So those are my 2 free cyber attacks. Now I'm going to do martial arts and give her the fist. Oop, that's a miss. Too bad that had nice damage.
She manages to roll across from it as your fist just dents the flooring underneath her. She's like, oh,
but that
shit,
hit.
shit!
Even though it did shit damage, it hit.
Yeah, the second one catches her. Catches her in the arm, knocks her, and probably dislocates her shoulder. She's not doing well. Is that all from you? All right, Django, you're up inside your tower.
Yep, I guess this one was empty.
Yep, nothing up there.
Can I say something like, surrender now or die?
Oh, you certainly could.
I have negotiate. Can that be a negotiate?
Yeah. You want to hold it
Sure.
over. You want to grapple her, hold her up, choke her up on your next round.
Sure.
Colonel, you just, that shot almost melted you.
Back to me.
Yep.
The turret there. Is there any way like he can use it, or is it just like fully mechanized?
It's not fully mechanized. It is a sniper rifle, 50 caliber. It was just, it had a unit attached to it that allowed it to fire, along with some kind of sighting mechanism.
Colonel's gonna drop his crossbow and check that out.
It's sighted in to go down range at the dune crawler. It had been lifted up in its sight range, had done a sight picture down towards the Skullocks area.
Is there any way he can readjust it to point over at the other tank?
Yeah, if it takes a round to sit up and try to aim it, he can.
Yeah, he's going to do that.
Nurse, you are struggling with this, not struggling. It did a little bit of damage to you. You've cut it, it's cut you. It's got its vibro knife out, and it's doing a small pattern in front of its face in order to try to keep you guessing where it's going to stab next. It doesn't do well on its initiative. It's got a 2. You've got you've got him.
Kill it. Kill it.
I plan to.
If you goof this, we're all gonna make fun of you.
Yeah, 27 armor, so unless you have it already put in, that's a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss. Fuck.
And it takes 2 shots at you. One miss, 1 hit. Ooh, 24 damage.
Good thing it's Nurse.
Yep.
Man, it stabs you in the left foot. It's been a while since we've done a groin shot. And it comes down and just puts it right through your foot.
You didn't need that toe.
Rocco,
No.
you're getting close to the bottom of that tower. Skullocks are diving for cover in all different directions. You're beating feet.
He said 2 rounds. I spent 1 round running already. I would be at the base.
Yeah, you're at the base already looking up. You can hear Ned saying something as you hear like snap off, the ozone snap of 2 laser shots go off, or 1 laser shot go off.
All right.
You can see the canister down, it fell to the ground down next to you, and you recognize it immediately. It's an iridium charged shot. Whoever shot that, if they're organic, they're fucking dead.
Mm-hmm. And where would Rocco recognize this from?
Cal 64. They used it all the time. Because it doesn't matter when robots use it.
Yeah, he is going to. Is there a way to enter the tower from this way that he sees?
Yeah, there's a ladder.
All right, Rocco starts to climb the ladder.
So there's Kane. You've punched her pretty bad. You've done some damage. And Ned, it's you versus her on initiative. She got a 4. You've got it first. You got to try to wrap her up.
Try. I don't know if I have grapple though.
You do it untrained.
I know.
You just got to touch.
It's the most fun rules.
She's got a 0 defense value against the just being touched, just grabbing her. She has no
I'm
dodge.
just gonna do a percentile.
Yeah, you've got her grabbed.
Under my strike value, so.
Yep, she's grabbed. And your strength is a lot. Her strength is 70.
I have a 99.
So if you are able to, if she's not able to break out of this, you've got her locked up. She can't break out.
Okay.
So for her to break out of you, it is. You said you're untrained?
Unfortunately, yes.
All right. So.
Gonna rectify that the next time I level.
Yeah, she has a type A to get out of this, to break out.
Oh well.
Rocco has some grapple.
That's a pretty high roll though.
Yeah, she has a 70, but that is a high roll.
She's still got it, I'm sure. For a type A.
Not 90% chance that she gets out. She got it by only 4% though.
Yeah, I know.
It was close, and she managed to slip out of it. And from her side, she pulls a razor sword, and she seems
one of them too.
She seems a little bit more used to the use of this weapon than she was the sidearm. And she comes in close and tries to cut you down.
Okay.
So with a razor sword, she has a strike value of 86.
86?
Yep.
Well,
Which
better
she
roll an
didn't
auto
get.
hit.
It was 87. That first one's a miss.
Oh, 86 after my DV?
No, she just has an 86 and a 90, so she missed both
Oh.
of them anyway. She didn't even get underneath her own strike value. So you're able to weave away
Okay.
from that one. Yeah, I was gonna let
I
you
was really
do the math
scared
for
for a
that.
second there.
Yeah.
I was like, holy shit, she's got a
No.
180.
No, she has her base strike value is a 70.
All of her
Okay.
skill points went into that sword.
Yeah.
There you go.
So 2 sword blows come at you. Whoop, whoop. You're able to dodge away from each of them. And it goes into another round of back and forth. Claffus.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Just because I use my regular attack to grapple, shouldn't I still get my free cyber attacks?
Yeah, if you want to use them.
Yeah, well, since I couldn't grapple her, she's going to get kicked and razor sword.
36.
All right, I got it already in my macro. Let me double check, though. Yep, there's it is. And here we go. Here's the kick.
Crush,
Misses.
kill, destroy. Crush, kill, destroy.
How the hell did I get that low, even with minus 36?
Oof.
Wow. Oh, well.
Little skate for the razor
And-
sword.
She parries it.
Yeah.
Parries a foot.
Foot
I
parry.
never shave.
And I missed with that, too. What the fuck? Something weird is going on. My numbers weren't that low before.
Yeah, that
That's
doesn't
okay.
make any sense. Your strike value should have been an 84. It's just inverted. So the first one's a miss, the hydraulic walker leg. But the folding arm's a hit.
Okay.
Yeah, because it should have been an 84 for a strike value, right?
Bizarre. I don't know.
Yeah, 80. That's what it says on your last one. Just inverted.
What's her
somehow.
DV?
36.
36. What's his default strike value?
100 something?
My base is 65. I have for accuracy plus 6. And then I've got for the foot, I had a bunch of bonus, but I don't have any. I have 13 for the sword.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
Just so you do. So you're saying you'd have a 73 for the sword? That was it?
I think
straight
that's
away?
probably right.
All right, so that'd be a miss then. Yeah, they both missed. Okay.
Let's see. 65 plus 13 is 78.
Yeah.
78 plus 6 is 84.
Yeah, okay, so both missed.
Yep.
All right, so she manages to get around each of those attacks. Rocco, you're coming up to the top of this one. Claffus, you've got your gun. You see a battle on to the south of you. There's a fight to the north of you. Skullx running around screaming. You had a round to aim at somebody because I didn't ask you last round, sorry. Unless you want to take an aimed shot.
I just took it off. I had to put it back on just talk. Sorry. Yeah, I'd like to take a. I'm just going to take a shot because I'm concerned that I don't want to waste a whole turn aiming. So I'm going to see how. Of course, the one-handed damage is going to be whacked again. But here we go. Go back to the screen.
Good fucking god.
He rolled it.
Damn!
good.
Automatic
So,
hit. Who are you hitting?
K9 and Kane and Atala. I don't
Kane.
want to get broke.
No, it's okay. You fucking nailed her.
Yeah.
So what do you just want me to roll the d20 and then add the damage instead?
I think that bullet bent. You know, it went around a corner to come hit her.
Yeah, it rolls your damage automatically. It rolled a d20 plus 2 plus 4.
Right, but it showed 180 points.
That's for
It
your strike
was
value.
9.
That's for your erroneous strike value.
Oh, so okay, so 9 points. All right, I didn't do much damage.
Looks like your damage calculations are right. Something up with the. You know, just roll the d20 and do your adds anyways. I don't trust any of the card roll. All right, so 16 plus.
Let me look at the sheet. Hang on. It's supposed to be. I believe it's a 1d20 plus 2 with the assault rifle.
Okay, because you have weapon expert 1.
So it'd be 18.
All right, 18 damage. That almost floors Kane as that shot comes in. Punctures. Punctures her right foot. Because she howls in pain and stumbles
just
backwards.
Looks up, like seeing this bullet fly right past his head, like, what the fuck's going on?
Holy shit! That almost got me.
A guardian angel? What the fuck?
As she stumbles backwards with it, Nurse and the other one fighting each other. It's gone again between you two, and
Fun.
who's got to get it first? And she's got an 8. Does
I
the
don't have
robot's
any
good
of
at
this
it?
one. Yeah.
All right, 2 shots
Oh
in.
well.
Oh, critical failure.
Ah!
Critical failure. Oh man. Delay.
Weapon.
Loses chance to strike next round. So your hits in. What do you got?
Still not enough.
Yeah, just shy. 3 points shy of a hit. As it manages to
Gotta sneak around behind him and
Dodge
stab
away.
him in the back.
Oh man. Rocco, you're at the top
like,
now.
I am just
At
straight
the
up tempted
top?
just to pin them and put my saber through their head.
You might have a better chance doing that, yeah.
You're behind
Yeah.
Kane. She's just got her foot shot. She's dealing with Ned. She's got a sword out. Ned is just thunder punched her in the shoulder. She's tore up.
All right, well, Ned will hear a voice. He's like, are we trying to take her alive?
If we can.
Nope. Oh, fucking, of course you'd say that. All right,
Intelligence. We wanna interrogate. With great vigor.
wait, is she bleeding or is there nothing coming out?
There's some fluid coming out of her foot.
Yeah.
Robot.
I have a funny idea. So is Rocco on the platform now?
Yeah, Rocco would be up on the platform. He's
Okay.
right there with her. Again, since you fought in the wars, this looks like a human. It's small. It's got the body proportions and bone structure of a woman.
Uh-huh. Well, so I get a plus 40 to her, huh?
Yeah.
Oh my god. I wish to respect Ned's wishes. Alright, you got one more shot at this.
Well, you know, if it's a robot and you take the torso, that's usually where the power supply unit is in the back.
I'll try to keep that in mind as Rocco will light her up with his shoulder-mounted pistol.
Oh, the stun one?
This very much is not stun.
Oh, okay. Just a
No,
normal
it's a laser pistol.
laser pistol. Zip, 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 zip.
What's her defense?
36.
6.
Ned, if you knew it was a robot or an android, yeah, it would give you a technical edge. You would know where to strike.
Okay. Just wondered.
Rocco will hit.
All right. $13.
Hoping that willpower is high too.
you shot her in the butt.
Christ,
Yeah, 12 damage. Alright, yeah, there you go.
So shot in the buttocks. She's disabled. It drops down. There's a smoking hole there in her armor, and she is non-operational. She just gives out a cry in pain and then drops. Both of you have organic parts. You were near the weapon she discharged. Type C radiation check. As Nurse continues to fight this dude up at the top. Claffus, Colonel, Django.
So,
I know I didn't get to you guys too much today.
is that just like an endurance thing? Or
Yeah,
what?
it's endurance. It's your current endurance type C radiation check.
Well, I don't have any damage, so that's good.
Yep. Should be good. Ned's good. Roko should be fine.
Yeah, Roko's fine. Let's get that thing out of there.
Claffus, you want to take another shot at this where Nurse is fighting? Colonel, you've got that long gun. Do you want to put it to use? You've got the angle. You won't hit Nurse.
Doesn't know we won, so he shoots in our tower.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, like, what can Colonel see from the other tower that's going on with Kane and Rook?
He can see Nurse. He can see Nurse fighting something and not getting the upper hand.
Oh no, like he was setting up to look at where the plasma shot came from.
Oh, okay. You see that Roko comes up and shoots someone in the ass, and she drops down.
Oh, he totally sees that. All right.
Oh, that's right. Use energy weapon. There you go.
He has it, but he's probably not wearing it. It's not over armor, anyways. Yeah.
No, I'm just saying he could potentially give it to somebody.
Yeah, or you could conceal the weapon in it.
Or that.
So, Claff, sorry, what's Colonel gonna do?
I think Claffus made the shot on the...
Claffus, yeah, Claffus made a shot. Roll us a D100. There's something going on with the dice roller right now. All right, 56, and you've got a score of... What's your weapon expert? What's all your stuff together? What's your strike value? I don't know if Claffus is muted right now. I can pull up.
Sorry, I just don't want you guys to have to hear background noise. It takes me a second to go back and forth. Anyways, so
You have level 1
what's
weapons
this,
expert, right?
I believe one-handed SV, I think, is 89.
89. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now. Yeah, you have an 89.
It says, yes, you are correct. It's Assault Rifle 1. And I'm going back to... Shit, I got too many windows open here. Going back to this page, and I rolled a 56, so that should hit. So it should be, what, 1d20 plus 2?
Yeah, because that's a 85, so you hit by plus 5, yeah. So 11,
11 plus 2 is
13 damage. Yeah, okay. So Nurse, this shot just comes right over your shoulder, buries itself in the body of this robot that you've been fighting. This Claffus gets an expert shot in the dick.
Nice.
We had to get one.
Alive.
So Nurse, you're up as this cyborg just took a shot to the nuts.
I wish it would give me advantage, but it doesn't.
It kind of just did. I rolled a 1, so it's got a 2 on its initiative. There you go. You've got him.
7. I have a question, Jim.
Yeah.
So I have a high strength.
You do.
Would it, and I've not been getting great rolls with my saber. Would I be able to instead, push the enemy down onto the ground?
Yep, strength for strength.
Get off then potentially get off a shot next time?
Yeah, just your strength versus its.
Well, I have a question.
Yeah.
Because of its fumble roll last time, would it get a disadvantage from that?
No.
Damn it.
Push it out of the tower.
I'll try. That's my plan.
Kick him.
That's actually my plan, is to Sparty kick the fuck off.
So,
and then
attempt
to shoot it.
Make the strike against them. It's yours. Just roll a D100, get underneath your strike value. Put hands on them.
Fuck!
What the hell?
What is my luck?
Just dive off the tower.
You're playing the wrong game tonight. I don't know what game you're playing.
I know.
You're not playing Mutant Epoch.
Yeah, I mean, he's
The
delayed, so
fucking
he,
guys just fucking hate me.
yeah, you're just staring at each other right now, doing nothing.
You put your bloody hands on him and gently rub his chest.
Okay, roll me a
he owes you
d10.
D10. Mm.
Yeah, from new nurse. Roll d10.
Oh, fuck.
8.
8. Fuck.
So, mishap. Due to a fall, impact error, mental lapse, mistaken identity, or another reason, this attack is rerolled, but made against a random friendly target or yourself.
Gonna push himself.
How
So-
do I push myself off?
You just
A man
fall
of
out.
feel.
Yeah,
Yeah, just fall back.
yeah. Roll
Or the
again. Roll your
idea of you
attack.
blow past him.
I mean, I would love to attempt to try to grab.
Do you miss yourself?
I think I missed myself.
What is your strike value?
108.
No, you hit.
No, it's not your
Fuck.
strike value. Your
Your
strength
that's
is
your
100.
strike.
strike.
That's your
Strike.
Strength value is 59.
Okay,
good.
missed. You missed yourself. All right, nothing happened. Colonel, do you want to take the shot?
Sure.
Please.
Let's put an end to this.
Yeah, like this is goofy.
Oh, no.
Like, what is this? What is this going on over here?
Just the guy brings a scope over, just sees what's going on. It's like, hello, nurse.
Like, yeah.
Getting kind of weird up there. Is this a
Yeah.
This is a
sniper rifle?
this is a 50 caliber sniper rifle.
It is a sniper. Okay, does this count
Oh,
as an
that's a
aim
cool-
shot or?
No, just a plus 20 normal shot. Takes a round to do an aimed.
Right. I'm just looking because this is plus 20 and plus 70, but I'm not sure. What
Yes, the 70 is aimed.
Okay. I have no skills, so I'm just gonna do a raw roll.
You have skills. You're cool.
It doesn't know you're
Colonel doesn't
there.
have any
You get that
saving
plus.
skills.
You get that plus 40. So that's a hit. It's a hit for days. 3d20 plus 20.
You know what? I want to see how dead this thing is.
56 damage.
Just explode.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you almost slip and fall, the creature's upper torso just disintegrates into a hail of shrapnel as it just bodies over the edge and falls down.
Lovely.
Will. Yeah.
Nurse just looks at his hands like, did I do that?
You exploded with your hands. We'll end it there for tonight. It's 9:24. We're a little over time, but I wanted to get the comment done. Thank you guys for joining in on that. That was Kane the Sniper, a custom character that we built up just to be kind of an antagonist that you guys were like, oh no, we're gonna beat her to death. You can find all the details about Mutant Epoch down in the description, along with where you can join our Discord, the main webpage, where you can buy it at drive3rpg.com. And I encourage anybody and everybody to come and join in the conversation and in the fun. And thank you for my players for joining in tonight and just having a good time. And I'll see you guys next week. And I'll also be in the Discord chats on Thursdays and Fridays nights doing animations, putting stuff together on Blender. So if anybody wants to join in on that, please do. We're currently putting together the animation for scene 1 for Blood for Belridge. I got most of the dialogue in already, and a few more voice actors are going to be finishing up some touch-ups, and then we can get the first scene animated and reviewed, and then we'll go on the scene 2. All right, so y'all have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
So,
Thanks, y'all.
So we'll do